Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Evan today with another video. And I'm going to talk about why I really do not like politics and why I don't really get involved in it. First of all, politics to me, it's just crazy. And the thing is, if you're like a liberal or conservative, which I know people that are liberal or conservative, but me, I'm going to tell you what I personally will say. I do not like either side, so I am not a liberal or conservative. I am a moderate, which means like I will vote for the person that is the best candidate. I just don't claim either side, and that's just what I'm going to tell you. If someone asks me like, hey, do you support Kamala or you support Trump? I'm going to say I don't like I'm going to say neither, because I don't like either. I don't like either of them. I don't like either side. But the thing I will say, I just think politicians are all the same. And, I know some people that are super conservative, super liberal. But me as a guy or as a regular guy who's just a guy that, lives his life and prays to God and tries to live his life and prays to God and my goal is to get closer to God. But I personally would rather be closer to God more than politics. So these politicians just do not care about you at the end of the day. And that's another reason. I think all politicians are the same. That's one thing. It's like politics, like you can be friends with somebody that's your friend. You might be a liberal and they might be conservative. You might be a conservative and they might be a liberal. And then you two, get in this argument, and then you get in this argument, and then you don't agree, and then they don't agree. It's just, that's why I don't really talk about politics. And the only people I talk about politics with is, like, my friends. Like, my really close friends or my family. But it's just really messy. I mean, I used to pay attention to a lot. But as I'm getting older, I'd rather get closer to God more. Or just, get maybe, like, looking at basketball. And just live my life the best way I can, I don't worry about America being a communist country or a dictatorship. Like, I'm not worried about America being a dictatorship. In my opinion, I honestly don't think we're going to be a dictatorship. That's just me. I mean, I know some people think President Trump is a dictator, or, some people think he's like the dictator, but I'm not worried about that. I don't worry too much about politics. I mean, I don't get involved in that. I don't really, I try to live my life the best way I can. And then, I just try to live life, but for me, I understand that, like, people might think, oh, why don't you pick a side? To me, I don't claim any side. I don't like any side of politics. I just don't. And then people might say, oh, and that's why I don't talk about it, because some people might, consider me, like, you gotta pick a side, which I don't claim to be, but all I'm going to do is keep grinding every day. I do pay attention what goes on every day, but, I pray to God. I just try to live my life and pray to God, and that's also what I do. But it's like, you can be super liberal, and you can be super conservative. But it's not that I don't hate politics, it's just that, like, when you're like, when you think about politics and, religion, especially politics, they have, like, politics can really divide people, and that's a very touchy subject. And when I work with people, like, I worked with some super conservative, super liberal people, but to me, I just respected them, and I told them what I believed, and that's what their opinion is. And it's just, but another thing is, like, it's just when you see these, like, medias, like Fox News, CNN, OAN, Newsmax, and then, like, CNN, ABC News, like, those, like, some of those are liberal or conservative, and that's why to me, I don't watch the news. Like, I watch local news, but I might, like, scroll through TikTok, and it's just, I just try to live the best way I can. I try to get, like, closer to God. I mean, I try to live the best way I can. I try to pray a lot, but, the whole thing with Israel and Palestine, I mean, I honestly will say, I don't, I guess I'm like, oh, do you support Israel, Palestine? I personally would say, I'd rather choose peace. I mean, I want peace for both sides, but I do have a friend from Palestine. His name's Alfred Senor. He lives in San Francisco. He's 10 years older than me, but you know, a reason why I say free Palestine, because, you know, he's from Palestine. But that's what I would say. But I honestly would say, you know, I want peace for both sides, but then, yeah, I say, but yeah, it's just, I try to live the best way to can. I mean, I don't care what side you pick, as long as you're not like a crazy person or just an a-hole. But yeah, it's whatever. But yeah, that's one thing. It's just because, like, you might not agree with them, but, you know, you can not agree with someone's political view and you can be cool. You know, that's why I don't really try to get touchy with it, because I try to live the best way I can. But yeah, I just try to live my life the best way I can and do what I can, you know. But yeah, you can like and comment on the video, and I hope you guys have a good year. I hope you have a happy new year, because I hope this year's a good year, you know.